Hello, welcome to Everyday Gourmet. I'm your host, Stuart Donald. One of America's favorite breakfast dishes is the French omelet. Who wouldn't love it? Light, fluffy eggs oozing with gooey cheese. The problem with the omelet is it's labor intensive. There's a lot of technique involved and a lot of home cooks struggle to get it right. That brings us to the Italian cousin of the omelet, the frittata. It's very similar in appearance and taste. A lot of the ingredients are the same, but the technique isn't so involved. However, it does take a good deal of time. It simmers over low heat for about a half an hour. What I've created is what I call funky frittatas. I'm going to take you through those in just a minute, but I think you're going to enjoy them. So stick around as we make funky frittatas on Everyday Gourmet. Almost since the onset of the World Wide Web, our webco has been on the cutting edge of service and value. Innovations like downloadable web templates make building a quality, polished website a snap for the novice and the expert alike. With several affordable packages, a 24/7 technical support desk, and an online manual, our webco has established itself as an industry leader. Our webco accepts major credit cards, checks, and money orders. Our cooking medium is a pot of boiling water. We also have cheese for flavor to go in our main ingredient, eggs, and then of course our cooking vessel, a good old zip top bag. That's right, a zip top bag. Alright, got a pot on the stove. I'm bringing my water up to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and set the base for both of my frittatas. I'm going to get my cooking vessel, the zip top bag. Grab an egg, give it a little crack. Dump it into my bag. Now these are 2 egg frittatas, so I'm going to put 2 eggs in there. It's funny how the math works on that, isn't it? Okay. Then salt, pepper, seal up the bag, and scramble. Really all you're doing is you're busting up the yolks, getting them to mix with the album, the egg whites. And there you have it, nice and frothy and ready to go. All I've got to do this now, in the case of this one, is add my cheddar cheese and my ham, and I've got a ham and cheese frittata. Pasta carbonara is one of the more popular breakfast dishes in Italy. And it's made with vermicelli, usually pancetta or prosciutto, diced up really fine. Add in copious amounts of cheese. I mean, it's Italy. Asiago, Parmesan Reggiano, Romano, lots of other cheeses that end in the letter O. And they cook the pasta, and they put it into a skillet, and they'll add in the prosciutto for the fat, and then they'll add in the cheese, toss it all in, and then they'll crack a couple of eggs in and toss it in with the pasta dish. And the eggs kind of cook and form a coating on the pasta. Say, this is a very popular breakfast dish in Italy and in a lot of the Italian communities here in the United States. And I'm going to turn it upside down today by making the eggs the focal point and adding the pasta and other ingredients in as kind of an accent. Now for my frittata carbonara, there are a few more ingredients in this one. They're more select ingredients. First thing I did was I boiled off a little bit of vermicelli, as pasta is usually the base in pasta carbonara, and then the eggs thrown in as kind of a sauce or thickening agent. I'm reversing that this time. The eggs are the main ingredient, and the pasta is going to be an accent. I've also crisped up some Italian pancetta. You could also use prosciutto, or in a pinch, you could use regular bacon that we have here in the States. Got some shredded mozzarella cheese, and for a little color, I'm adding some green peas. And the process is the same as before. Seal up the bag and give it a good stir. There we go. Now I want to try and exit as much of the air out of here as possible, because when the heat hits it, the air that's inside it is going to begin to expand. So if you have a lot of air trapped in there, the bag can break open. I'm going to drop it into my boiling water. Got my ham and cheese frittata here. Once again, expel the air, seal it up, drop it in, and now we've got 12 minutes to kill. Since I got a few minutes of spare time on my hand, I'm going to go ahead and set up my garnish for my two frittatas. For my frittata carbonara, got a good quality Parmesan cheese here. And all I want to do, just cut a couple of thin strips like this. For my ham and cheese, good old American cheese. And this is a very delicate prep process here. First, you remove the plastic liner, then you remove the cheese. Ta-da! Ooh. Now those are some succulent crab cakes. My, my, my. Okay, now that my timer's gone off, I want to make sure I turn off my burner, remove this from the heat, remove the lid, and I want to pull out my frittatas. I want to let them sit for just a minute before I go any further. It gives me time to make a little bit of toast. Okay, I have my toast buttered, it's ready. I'm ready to unveil my frittata. This first one I'm going to do is going to be the ham and cheese omelet, a classic American flavor in our omelets. Take a pair of scissors, cut the top off the bag, and cut down the crease on the side on both sides, and then put the frittata on the plate. Don't even need to lubricate the inside of the bag. And with my ham and cheese, I'm going to get my American, fold it over twice, pull it apart, layer it across the top. Ham and cheese frittata fit for a king. Now, my frittata carbonara, once again, cut the top off the bag, down the sides. Show you how this works here, get a little closer on there. And roll it over onto the plate, remove the bag. Now I'm going to take my slices of Parmesan, put those across the top. Frittata carbonara. Well, that wasn't too painful, was it? A light, fresh, delicious frittata ready to go in about 12 minutes. Now how this can change your life is that the night before your work week begins, go ahead and make up 2 or 3 of these, put them in the zip top bags, mix them up, throw them in the refrigerator. Each morning, start your water to a boil when it comes to, drop the bag in, go do the other things that you do every morning before you go to work. Take a shower, brush your teeth, shave. Watch Everyday Gourmet on YouTube. You've got just enough time. Now I want to thank you for joining me, and I also want to encourage you to drop by my website, wannabetvchef.com, where you can check out other videos, an audio blog, a written blog, several of the articles that I've had published for food and drink, and basically get to know me a little better. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Thank you for joining me on Everyday Gourmet. Ooh. Wow. This frittata is so good, it deserves its own name. I think I will call you Nelly.